if this is the level, yeah, if this is what we can expect from Manchester United, yeah, Manchester United as a football club are finished, guys. 1-0 against a very, very poor Luton side. And oh, mate, that was one of the most difficult watches. Big up the chat as well, bro, because you lot really, really, really kept this watch along alive. That's one of the worst games of football, yeah, I've ever seen in my life. The lack of quality from Manchester United, yeah, is there to be seen, innit? And the thing is, yeah, against the better teams, we can look at it and we can say, you know what, you can put it down to the other team and stuff like that. Today, United were rubbish because United are rubbish. That's just how it is. Like, how are you struggling to break down the Luton team, yeah? Like, there was one shot on, I think Man United had one shot on goal, yeah, before the goal. And it was a goal where the ball ricocheted and just fell to a player in the box. It was very fortunate. In those situations, the ball can land anywhere. Other than that, I don't remember the Luton keeper, yeah, making saves where I thought, cool, he kept them in the game, apart from the chance that Hoyland should have scored. He should have scored it. Ball's coming to him, and I know there was a deflection and it took it into his path, but a striker should be scoring that goal in it. But United were just poor today. Like, very poor. Like, when you actually look at the balance of the big chances both teams created, I know Anana made a save that people thought was a decent save, but I think both keepers only really made one save that you wouldn't necessarily expect them to make. Like, it was a poor game of football, man. Like, I can't stress enough how bad Manchester United are right now, and is this what we have to look forward to? Really? Because if this is how we're gonna play against like better teams, we've got some real beatings coming our way, man. Like, I'm seeing start of the game, Varane on the bench again for tactical reasons, the manager says. There's absolutely no reason on planet Earth, other than injury, that Varane should be on the bench behind Maguire or Lindelof, like, or both of them. Like, that should never happen. Like, it's very clear that the manager's falling out with Varane, innit? Like, it's very clear that the manager can't handle big players. He can't handle big personalities. Casemiro he's falling out with. Sancho he's falling out with. And I'm sure there's more players to add to that as well. So, it's just one of them things where there's too many problems with the club. And hopefully, they said that today was the last game before Ratcliffe announces his 25% takeover. And that'll be good because when the new football people come in, I think they'll see the state of what's going on, and I think the manager will get sacked pretty soon, which is what we need. So it's one of them things where there's not going to be any movement in personnel until the new ownership. So yeah, like that's the only thing I can take from this game right now. Like, I looked at it, Garnacho today. Remember, I said I done the video. I was saying Garnacho shushing fans and all that. He needs to have more self awareness. And look, another 0 out of 10 for Garnacho. Got hooked, and he could have been hooked a lot earlier. He's a very poor footballer. I know there are a lot of Man United fans that thought that he might bring something or he might be the answer. The guy's awful, isn't it? And he showed us again today how poor he is. Anthony came on. He created a chance for Rashford, but other than that, Anthony didn't really do much when he came on. Rashford was poor again today. There's a distinct lack of quality in attacking areas, isn't it? Distinct lack of quality. You look at the midfield, Scott McTominay plays another 90 minutes. Horrible footballer. Ericsson went off injured. But even before then, the midfield of Ericsson, Bruno and McTominay wasn't really doing nothing. Ross Barkley was having a field day in there. So there's a lot of quality that is not in this team. Amrabat didn't come on again. Like, the manager has got Amrabat, Mason Mount, Anthony, his signings, they're all queuing up on the bench. When you look at the bench, most of them are his signings. It's not really good enough. Like, he started 7 or 8 players that were at the club before he arrived today. And this is a manager fighting for his life. So he's showing us that he doesn't even trust the decisions that he himself made and how he spent the money. So I don't know, man. There's just no positives to take out of watching this club at the moment. It very much seems as though the manager is literally just surviving. It's literally like this club is on life support, bruv. And literally, it's just a machine keeping this club alive right now because, yeah, it's not functioning. It's not functioning. If we can't play a cohesive brand of football against a team as bad as Luton, a team like Luton that came to Old Trafford to sit back and not do anything. They didn't press us. Like, for the first half, they literally were parked at the bottom of the middle third, just letting us have the ball, and we didn't know what to do, and we didn't know how to break them down. And yeah, man, it's embarrassing at this point. I'll be real. It'll be real. It says a lot about Manchester United that we're watching the game, but we know nothing's gonna happen. Like, it wasn't like we were watching the game excited and we were like, yeah, edge of our seats, this is gonna happen, that was gonna happen. We were legit watching the game knowing that nothing was going to happen. If we never got that little chance from Lindelof where the ball drops to Lindelof, like, we're watching it, it's a 0-0 game and we're talking about everything but football. Like, that's how bad Manchester United are right now. It's an embarrassment, and I can't see this changing. Like, Højlund went off injured, that's another injury, and Eriksen, so that's another 2 players injured. Obviously, international breaks come at a good time because it means we can get some players recovered, but if you add Højlund and Eriksen to the injury list, we then need to start asking, yo, why are all of our players getting injured? Why are all of our players getting injured? Like, it's got to be something that the manager and the training staff have to be held responsible for, because our squad's just falling apart right now. Like, it's just not making sense. Like, how are we getting this many players injured all at the same time? And they're all, like, pretty much off the ball incidents as well. Like, I think Højlund's one was his hamstring. I think Eriksen's was his knee, but I don't know if it was a tackle or if he twisted it or something. I don't really know what's going on, but there's just too many things that's wrong with this football club, and we're more worried about PR. We're more worried about, like, selling shirts, bruv, and trying to force these dead ballers on us, bro, instead of us actually playing good football, bruv. Like, the club's out here trying to give away Garnacho shirts and stuff like that. How about he score some goals, blood? How about he score some goals? Doing all this PR, yeah. Bruno sitting on the steps soaking after we got fist up by Copenhagen, and he's there trying to pick up Garnacho off the floor when he's crying like a little bitch, like he wasn't the one trying to shush them, bruv, like 20 minutes before. Like, this club is in a bad place, man. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'd be foolish to let this result, yeah, take my mind away from where we actually are. Where we are right now, yeah, is in the danger zone. Like, we're one game away from getting absolutely embarrassed by somebody. And apparently our December run of fixtures are pretty stressful. All I know is we got Liverpool, but we've got a few tough games, man, and somewhere along the line we're going to get absolutely violated. And I want you, man, to see it coming. You get me? Because it hurts less when you know it's coming, but it's definitely coming. We're nowhere near good enough, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? So, bruv, all I'm saying is hold tight, everyone, yeah? Like, the people actually want to try and celebrate this victory. There's nothing to celebrate, and I won't change my tune, innit? This is going to be my tune going forward. Like, there's nothing to celebrate. Until there's a massive overhaul at this club, yeah, there's actually nothing to celebrate. Like, this is probably the lowest that I've felt, yeah, in a long time about this football club, bro. This is worse than Oli. This is worse, way worse. Because at least, to a certain extent, Oli had the dressing room, innit? Like, this is worse than Oli, because our best players don't like this manager. And we're relying on our worst players, our weakest players, to play week in, week out and keep this manager in a job that he doesn't deserve. So, that, and also the fact that in terms of ownership as well, we don't know whether we're coming or going. There's stories saying that we're getting new owners, we're getting new director of football, we're getting this, we're getting that, but we don't know what's happening. Just the uncertainty around everything, yeah, just makes this very uncomfortable to watch. Do you know what I'm saying? So, that, yeah, the fact that we've had to absolutely scumbag a win against a team that for sure will get relegated, and a team that came up to this league not even to compete, bruv. I think they spent less than 25 million when they came up on players. Like, this is not a team that has come in to stay in this league. This is a team that's come in for the payment. and they're happy to go down because they're building a new stadium. They could care less. They could care less about staying in this league, and we've actually made tough work of them at home. So I don't know, man. It tells you everything, bruv. So, oh well, the game is the game. The game is the game, bruv. But yeah, man, big up everyone inside. It's peak, innit? But we got the win. We're going into the international break. Hopefully, some of these players can, I don't know, get fit over that time, because the running after the international break, it's a mad one. It's a mad one.